Yep, I'm on this topic. Hey, what is up, everyone? It is Noah Jack 360 here. Like, subscribe, but most importantly, why don't you just enjoy this video and also leave it down in the comment section what you think also about this entire topic and subject, everything that you're going to think about this. Now, the title of this video, I don't know what exactly it is going to be yet, but you can tell by the title of what this is going to be. Now, this is about the education system in basically all of schools. Now, I personally have only attended a handful of schools. As you guys know, I was kicked out in the 9th grade for something, but that's not what it's about. I'm talking about the education system specifically, not their rules on like bullying and all that. That's a whole nother video I don't want to get into right now because that will take a lot more time than I have. I only have about 6 more minutes of space on my phone, but we're going to go ahead and get straight into the video. Oh yeah, I forgot I don't have a computer yet. No, this video is about the education system. Now, for instance, like you guys all know that there's classes that you take that majority of people that are in school, about 95% of you will never use anything that you learned. Half the time, or more than half the time, about, I would say around 7/8 of the time, the only thing you're going to need to know is what you learned from basically kindergarten to, hell, 8th grade. Hell, look at me. I didn't finish the 9th grade, and when I went to take my GED test, the pre-test, before I even took any classes for it, I scored at an 11th grade level. I only did 1 month of 9th grade, and I was still shitty at math. Why? Because in the GED, it's not dumbed down because actually more people graduate with a GED than most people do with a high school diploma. But that's a whole thing. It's weird. It's a weird thing topic to get into. But the GED, I didn't have to do like we did square roots every now and then. That was about the hardest thing we had to do. Most of it was integers, fractions, decimals. I had to relearn fractions because I completely forgot about fractions. They didn't teach me shit since the 3rd grade about fractions. That's one thing they got to do. They got to start refreshing people every year about math because that's the one thing every single person forgets. But it's not just math. Mostly is math because everybody complains about math, and math is the worst subject in the world, and everybody can agree with me. Even physics. I'm a science guy. As you guys know this, I love science, the lore behind the universe, everything like that. I fucking hate math. Fucking hate it. Like, let's say the quadratic equation, for example, negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. When the fuck am I going to use that? I'm going to be coding video games, but that's one of the few jobs that you're actually going to need math for your job. But, for instance, my girlfriend, I was just texting her earlier, she's at school right now, and she's doing, she's trying to solve a square root of, I think it was a, negative number? First off, you don't ever, you might occasionally for like taxes and stuff like that, but that's the only fucking thing you ever use negative numbers for. Like, when have you ever been at Arby's? I only say at Arby's because that's where I work, so I just say that. When are you ever going to be at Arby's ordering a food and be like, hold on, I got to add price, oh, negative, decimal. No, you don't add that. You basically guesstimate. Half the time you do your math, you guesstimate. Everyone does it. Everyone's a victim of the fucking school. The education system is so wrong. I decided to make a video instead of calling the commissioner, which I knew I wouldn't have got through, and I would have immediately been bombarded by police, so I didn't do that. I was going to call the school commissioner and ask her, why are you teaching us all so much about all this bullshit in math, but you aren't teaching us anything that we're going to know? Like there's a music video out there called Don't Stay in School. It is not what you think. It is by a boy in a band. He is a specific rapper from England. He was actually talking about this exact subject, about everything, all the subjects in school, the stuff that you're going to need, the stuff that you're not going to need. One of the lines in it was, I'm only fluent in this language. For serious, the rest of the world speaks too. Do you think I'm an idiot? You chose the solar over the political system, not like a typical citizen. No, I don't know what I'm voting on. Exactly. That's a very good point. Why do they teach you all about the solar system which we are never going to go to. It never comes up in regular day-to-day life unless it's in a conversation with, like, your fucking grandmother or parents or something. But your political system is your entire country, everything that you have your own right to vote for, but they don't teach you. 312 million people in our own country. Well, it might be more than that, because I know it's 300-something million. 300-something million people in the country. Only reason they know voting is for asking family members that are already old enough to vote. Asking people that are learning about it in books. You have to learn most of the stuff you're going to need in life outside of the fucking 13 years that you're supposed to be in school. The only 13 years that you're supposed to learn. You don't even learn half the shit you're going to know. Half the shit you need to know, you don't even fucking learn it there. It's all useless stuff that's jammed into your brain to make you forget other shit that you wanted to know. Because think about it. You only have a certain amount of brain space. You only have a certain amount of memory. You only have a certain amount of stuff you can store inside your brain. Which, yeah, I mean, it would be like they said it was like 100 terabytes. It's a lot of shit. You could fill that up fairly quickly. If I had a 100 terabyte hard drive and I bought every single game in existence, I would need more than just 100 terabytes. I'm just saying. We need a lot more stuff. And I'm sorry that I'm about to... Damn it. I'm almost out of time. So I'm just going to end with this. Just, schools, listen.